Hey YouTube, this is Francis from Technific.com, and I'm just going to do today a review of my MSi Wind. I know I already did one. This is sort of an impressions after, I think, about 2 months of using it. So firstly, I've got to say it's well invested money. So only for about $600, $700, it's well worth its money, and the reason is because it's very portable. So I've taken it to school a couple of times to use, and, you know, it's really easy. I can connect up to a projector and start showing my PowerPoint presentation. I can do work at school, type up stuff. And, you know, it's just a time saver, and it's also quite convenient to have. Now, also, since I'm going away on holidays, it's going to be really good to bring with me. Instead of bringing my heavy MacBook Pro, I can bring my MSi Wind. Now, it's not running macOS 10. However, it's a computer, and that's really what I need. In terms of power and battery life, I've got to say, it surpassed what I thought it could handle. It sometimes can handle, I think I can leave it on for a whole day and it just keeps sucking the battery or something like that. But it's pretty amazing what it can do. I think I get about 3 to 4 hours of internet surfing longer. I think I get like 5 hours sometimes, but it's really powerful. Now, also, in terms of cooling and heat sinks and all that stuff, I've got to say, when I hold it up and show you guys, it's got plenty of ventilation down the bottom. All of these, what do you call them, grills, it's all for ventilation. Now on this side over here, there's no grills, because there is where the fan is, and you can see like the, I think, grill on the side here for the fan. So it runs very silently, and it runs very coolly, if that's even a word, I'd say. But it's just not as hot as the MacBook Pro gets. The MacBook Pro gets really, really hot. But this, you know, it's cool as a cucumber, I could say. Now, besides that, I had a couple of questions about the battery. So I'll just take the battery out now. And what a lot of people were asking me is about the difference between a 6 and a 3 cell battery. So what I'm holding up now is the 6 cell battery. And the reason is because it's got this extra bit down the bottom here. Right along here. All this, if I put it like that, all this bit here, and as you run down along the entire battery, it's all extra onto it, which makes it a 6 cell battery. However, if you had a 3 cell battery, you wouldn't have all of that. And the difference is that on your laptop, at the back, the 6 cell battery protrudes out the bottom, whereas the 3 cell won't. So the laptop will sit flatter on the table. So if I put the battery in, and I'll show you guys, what happens is, when you've got the 6 cell in, it uses these leg rests. But when you have a 3 cell in, if you can imagine this, you're using these ones here. So obviously you can see that's some sort of battery protruding out the bottom there. I'd say you've got about a centimeter of it. So that's really the only difference. Now, one disappointing thing about this laptop is it lacks really speakers, really. I mean, you can't say they're good, because obviously, and you can't criticize them really, because it's a little laptop. But certainly the speakers, which are here and here, are lacking a lot of bass. So you can't really listen to things. It's really, really hard. Even watching YouTube videos, it was kind of hard. But nevertheless, I think it works well. However, I have to wonder why the grills are like that, facing down. It's a bit questionable, but anyway, they went with that design, and it seems to work. Now, one really good thing I've enjoyed using on this thing is certainly this 10-inch screen. It is gorgeous to view. It certainly is one of the best screens I've viewed on, and for a little laptop, it's good. It works fine. It's LED backlit, so it's really good. And then it's got this little webcam. Now, the webcam wasn't so good when I've tried it. It lacks quality, as you would expect from a 1.3 megapixel camera. That's why you have camcorders and things like that. Now, another thing that was really disappointing, well, a lot of people say is disappointing, I disagree, is this little trackpad down the bottom there. Just tiny trackpad. All I can say is, it could have been bigger, but I'm not disappointed. I really don't think there's anything wrong. The one button, I mean, a lot of people say, oh, it's better to have 2 buttons, and the EEPC has that, certainly. But for me, no problem. I'm fine with what I've got. And, you know, it's got the card slot, and I found that to be extremely useful. And the keys have been very firm. I've compared it to an EEPC. I've compared it to an Asus. I think it was the 10-inch one, that special edition one with the external graphics card, like the extra graphics card. The keys are super duper perfect on this one. They're great. They're really, really solid, and it's nice to type on. And they've also got like these sort of curves on them, so they're more, they sort of like protrude more. Gives that feeling, and it's really nice. Now, one last thing I'd just like to show you guys, if you can see it, down the back here, if I can just show you up there, you see these like blue bits. Essentially what they are, they're little icons, and they show you, and if you press, like if you use them with the function key, which is down the bottom here, you can do all sorts of things. So there was one for turning off the trackpad, one for turning off the webcam, one for turning off the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. And in fact, when I first got the computer, I had difficulties turning on the Wi-Fi. I wasn't sure how to do it. And I realized that it was because of these function keys and that I couldn't do it. So, just a word of advice, if you get your MSi Wind and you have a couple of problems, you can either email me at francis@technific.com, or one solution is to hold down the function key and then press those keys at the top. And I think you can solve your problem if you can't turn on Wi-Fi or Bluetooth. Anyway, that's just a quick video after using it for 6 months. One last thing actually I should mention is this hinge. A lot of people criticize it, and I too will criticize it, because it's quite wobbly. If I hold the base and push back, it's got a bit of a wobble to it. It gets annoying when the tail's being hit a lot. You know, it's not such a big problem, but it's a little bit of a problem. Now, in terms of operating system and what it comes on it, it works fine. There's not too much crap that comes pre-installed on it. You have got Norton Internet Virus thing, but I scrapped that because they didn't give you the full version. You have to buy it, which is disappointing. I wish they'd give it to you. And if you're using a desktop or a really powerful laptop and you step down to this, you'll notice a change. Certainly, the CPU isn't super duper fast. However, it's fast enough to do word processing. I actually played a couple of games. I had to put them on low graphics, but it still worked. And so that's really all it needs to do. Play a couple of games. It's not a gaming laptop. And just do a bit of work. And it comes with Office 2007 installed. All you have to do is put the activation key in once again. And I did that, and Office 2007 works fine. However, it is graphics intensive, so it lags a little bit sometimes. But, you know, I wouldn't discourage you with that. I think it works fine. It's got no problems. You just gotta, you know, try it. And you'll soon realize that this little laptop, the MSi Wind, is really, really portable, really, really useful. It's got a great design, great finish. Who wouldn't want one for Christmas? Anyways, this is Francis from technific.com. I hope you enjoyed that little video. It's been a while since I've posted videos. I'll try to post more. Anyway, we'll see you later. Bye.